Hello and welcome to True Crime Rocket Science, the most authentic voice in true crime. The next step in investigating this case is looking at the floor plan and trying to track the killer's route through the house. That'll give us an idea how organized he was, how in control of his emotions he was, how strategic he was in executing his plan. Now, looking at the floor plan, you can see why someone might say it was a targeted attack. Once inside the front door, there is immediately a fork in the road. Enter the bedroom immediately up ahead on the right, or skirt the stairway and head to another bedroom, or bypass both bedrooms by taking the stairs up to the first floor on the left. And this appears to be what the killer did do. Before we get to the rest of this analysis, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you're new to True Crime Rocket Science, my name is Nick. I'm a true crime author of dozens of books, and what that experience in these other narratives gives you is often insight into patterns of criminal behavior. So if you're interested in true crime and you're interested in thorough analysis, please do subscribe to the channel. And let's get started. So we look at this drone footage, and when you do get that sort of fluid motion and you're starting to sort of circle around the house and looking inside it, you do get a better sense of the size of this house, the complexity of this house, and also that there is a separation, that there are basically 2 bedrooms per floor. And so the perpetrator must have visited at least 2 floors at length, and then also avoided 1. Now, going through his route step by step, it does make you wonder. This is quite a labyrinth. It reminds one a little bit of the JonBenet Ramsey house, which, if you exclude the basement, was the same, almost the same size in a way as this house in terms of it having 3 floors, being quite a complex house in terms of a warren of staircases and bedrooms and whatnot, bedrooms and balconies and so on. So now we're going to retrace the journey. So starting at the first floor, I did get some of these images of the floor plan from Reddit. So the logical place to start is the front door. It opens to the right, and immediately you are confronted with a staircase on the left. Do you go up the stairs immediately, or do you go forward to bedroom number 2, or otherwise to the left towards bedroom number 1, skirting that staircase? Well, bedroom 1 and 2, as far as I understand, belong to the survivors. So probably the perpetrator knew this and headed straight up the stairs. That is assuming he knew who was inside the house, and he also knew where those inside the house slept, unless he simply didn't get to bedrooms 1 and 2 on the way out. But anyway, let's assume that he went up the stairs. Once on the first floor, he would find himself in the living room, and this would be the center of the home, essentially the widest area. It's also the least occupied space for its size. So in this particular space, he could actually relax a little bit and get his bearings. Now, do you think the killer would have begun his work, these foul deeds in the darkness? Do you think he would have begun that on the first floor, or would he have continued up the stairs and then kind of worked his way down? Would the killer have made his way to bedroom 4 or 3? Sound-wise, both bedrooms are conveniently situated diagonally opposite one another. Actually, you have a similar situation to that in the JonBenet Ramsey house, where the bedroom of the brother is at the far end compared to the bedroom of the sister, and then the parents' bedroom is on another floor as well. So what do you think happened here? Did he head straight up the stairs again in search of his primary targets? So let's go up the stairs, and what you'll find is bedroom 6 is above the kitchen, and it's got its own little balcony over there, and it makes it possibly the best bedroom in the home to commit the first crime, because it's the furthest from all the other bedrooms, and there's no bedroom underneath it. Right? It's perhaps the best place to start without anyone hearing anything. Conveniently, bedroom 5 is also on the opposite side, but unfortunately for the killer, it's above bedroom number 3. And so that does make one wonder, was bedroom number 3 Ethan's, or Xana's bedroom. And so that is another bit of homework we need to do, is we need to identify which people stayed in which bedroom. Bedroom number 4 is also directly above bedroom number 6, one of the survivors' bedrooms. Are Ethan and Xana in the same bedroom? If not, Ethan is likely targeted first on that particular floor, not because he is the primary target, but because he poses the greatest threat if he wakes up. The killer may also head to the bedroom closest to the stairs, either on the way down or on the way up. In the TCRS assessment of the bedroom order that the killer selects, this is basically the way I see it playing out, certainly one of the scenarios, that the killer enters the front door, he heads to the third or the top floor, heads straight up all the stairs to the top floor. He enters bedroom number 6, the master bedroom with a balcony. Then from there he goes to the opposite side, bedroom number 5. All of that is on the third floor or the top floor. From there he heads down, and it's possible that he even goes to the bathroom at this point. The bathroom is right beside bedroom number 5 on his way down to the staircase. It's possible that he cleans himself up or does something in that bathroom and then heads down to the second floor. If he doesn't do that, it is likely that he leaves a blood trail, shoe prints or something like that, going down those stairs. I think if there are no blood traces outside the house, they are very one of the likeliest places for a blood trail is the staircase, the main point where his traffic crisscrosses itself. Then, as I say, goes down to the second floor, starts at bedroom number 3, then heads to bedroom number 4. That's just in terms of the logistics, the layout, the most likely way that he would do that based on ease of movement and efficiency. Then he would go down to the ground floor and exit through the front door, and apparently not secure that door, not close it, not lock it. This sketch from Reddit also shows how and why the first floor is the widest of the 3 stories. It does seem, without knowing any of the details within the crime scene, it does seem that in order to execute a crime like this effectively, each crime would need to be executed with quite a high degree of precision and also silence and stealth. So in order to pull that off, it does presuppose that the killer is sober, and also that he's acting in a strategic, quite an intelligent, strategic manner. I'm not saying that what he's doing is intelligent. Probably he's driven by emotions, but I don't think the emotions completely exclude some kind of thought process. And it does seem that, given the layout of this house, it is executed in a way that is quite step by step. If the killer does wash inside the house, that suggests quite a cool, calm and collected killer, even within the scenario of him being unhinged, him being upset for whatever reason. So I'm not going to take it further than that. If you've got any thoughts on what you think is the likely route, leave it in the comments. Also, if you have additional information on where the particular people stayed in terms of mapping which bedroom belonged to which individual, then please let us know in the comments. Also leave a source to that so we can follow that up. Then there's also some information that came out on the 19th that apparently a private party drove 2 of the victims home. Who was that private party? Was it an Uber driver? It appears that it wasn't. If it wasn't an Uber driver, then who was that private party, and did that person know the victims? And could it be that this private party solicited something from the girls, wanted something from them, encountered them, and then perhaps flirted with them, perhaps didn't even know them that well, perhaps did know them that well, but his job was just to give them a ride home. And because they were somewhat inebriated, he wanted to take his chance, and he was rebuffed. And maybe because the car didn't leave after they got out, perhaps that is why Jack was summoned. Maybe that is why Jack was called. But I think a situation like that, you would have difficulty thinking, why would there be 2 additional victims? Did the 2 additional victims also get a ride? It doesn't appear to be so. Has this private party who drove the vehicle, number one, been identified, and number two, has he been excluded? So far, we've had quite a few people being excluded: the the housemates, and also the food truck guy. What about the driver? One of the last people, if not the last person, to see certainly Kaylee and Maddie alive. Has that person been excluded? Well, we might find out at the press conference on Sunday at 3 p.m. So look out for that. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.